Hello, hello. We'll just hop on here and wait for people to join us. Hi. Are you ready for some dessert? We are waiting. So we're going to wait just a few minutes or a little bit just to see if anyone else joins us. Otherwise, we'll just go on through this demo and then they can come back and watch it on the replay. Okay, we'll just wait just a few seconds more and then we'll go ahead and get started. Tonight we're going to do dessert in under 15 minutes. I would have never thought that that was possible before Epicure, but I've done it enough to know that yes, it's possible. So first off, I'm drinking hibiscus bliss tea, warm tea with honey today. In case you didn't know, we had a flood in our house, or a water leak, and they pulled up the floors in our living room and our hallway, and it's just really aggravated my allergies. So if I'm a little hoarse or I start coughing, I'm not sick. I am just dealing with some allergies of the floors being picked up. So tonight we're gonna do in our little petite muffin pans that are offered by Epicure. They're silicone. They're good in the microwave or in the oven up to 425 degrees. When you buy the muffin pans, you actually get two. They come together so you can make a dozen. And they're really flimsy and floppy. So what I do with my silicone is I put them on a plate because when they're hot and then they're floppy, that's how things happen. I've spilled muffins on my stove before I went to a plate. So I have got them on a sturdy plate and they're all set to go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and we're going to, let me just turn my camera just a little bit this way. And I'm gonna tilt it down so if you don't see me, then you'll just hear me narrating, so I can turn this down. Okay, so there's been some controversy on what people are posting about the silicone pans and cooking oil, cooking spray. So it's been posted in some of the Facebook groups for Epicure that if you use cooking spray on your silicone, that it voids the warranty. I asked today, I haven't gotten an answer back, where exactly that it says that, because there's only two pieces of our products that say actually don't use cooking spray, and that's our silicone omelet maker and our petite pan. So I didn't know that you weren't supposed to use cooking spray, so I've always used it since I've gotten these pans. So if I've ruined them, they're already ruined. So we're gonna use cooking spray. But what you can do is just take a basting brush and then just brush them with a little coconut oil or whatever oil that you use for cooking. Today we're going to do pumpkin spice muffins. So let me talk a little bit about pumpkin spice muffins and actually the status of it. So I plan my parties out in advance, and I knew when Leslie had said at 8:30 that that would be a perfect dessert. This is on our new fall line, so I thought, hey, perfect. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do something new from the fall line until today, and it sold out. So pumpkin muffin is not available right now. Hopefully it comes back, but right now it's not available. So we're gonna focus mostly on just cooking in the silicone steamer, so you have it. But there are other things that are available. We have gingerbread, we have chocolate brownies, and we have a cupcake mix. They can all be cooked in the mini muffin makers. So, but I apologize in advance that the pumpkin muffin is sold out. Okay, sorry about that. And then why don't we go ahead and get started. So on the packages of the Epicure products, it tells you the recipes. So we're gonna go ahead and just follow the recipes. I only have one package of this, so I've not ever made it. So I'm gonna follow what the recipe says on the back. So we're gonna dump it in a bowl and we're gonna whisk in 2 eggs. So let me do my eggs. It says 2 eggs, a 1/2 cup of oil, and I just use regular canola oil, nothing special. Now, Epicure has these prep bowls. Again, they're sold out right now, but they'll be back because these are our standard. They have markings on them, 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4. So these are really good when you want to go ahead and just measure your ingredients out. You can just do it right into the prep bowl without having to worry about dirtying up another dish. Okay, so we're gonna mix in the oil, and then it says 1 cup of pumpkin puree. So as you can see, I just buy the generic of all of this. And generics have worked fine. I've not ever had a problem with a generic not working. So it says to mix this, and I brought a whisk. So let's see if we can do it with a whisk and get it kind of mixed up a little bit, and then I can switch to a spoon. It's really quite easy. I love how these come together, that you don't have to get the blender out. You don't have to, you know, pull out another appliance. You just need a bowl and a whisk or a spoon. If you didn't have a whisk, you could just use a spoon. That would work just fine. It's a thick batter. It smells really good. Cinnamon. Lots of cinnamon. So I've spoiled my husband, where now we've been making desserts, and so he looks for his dessert at nighttime. You know, it's kind of a sad day in our house when we don't have dessert. Okay, that was it. That's how fast that mixed up. Just like that. So let me just set that there. And then it says you're going to fill about 1/4 cup of these. So I just use a spoon like this. And now when I did the muffins, I did some the other day, and I got them filled too full. So I'm going to try to be a little more careful and try to get them out divided evenly. Let's see if we can get it. The beauty of these things is when you put them in the microwave, in my microwave, it's about 2.5 minutes that these take to cook. So if you figure it took me, what, maybe 3 minutes there to get it all stirred up. Takes about 3 minutes in the microwave. If you wait 5 minutes to have them cool so that you can throw some cream cheese frosting on them, you do have dessert in under 15 minutes. I mean, where else can you get? I always think of those Betty Crocker mug cakes. It's similar, but this has all natural ingredients, no preservatives, no additives. So this is definitely a better choice. And then if you're following along in the Epic Life Challenge, which is Epicure's weight loss, healthy living program, these perfect petite size are compliant for the good, the guidelines for the Epic Life Challenge. Okay, so I have some over here that are not quite as full. So we'll fill up these, and then I just try to kind of make it even, so if they bubble up a little bit, I'm okay with that. Just try to get them kind of the way we want them. Want to use all of this batter. Okay. There we go. All right, now I'm going to pop this tray in first for 2.5 minutes, and then we'll see how they come out. All right. Okay. And then I'll put this one over on the stove. And then right here on my sink, you can see I have, well, here's my cooling rack. But on top of my cooling rack, here, let me see if I can move this over just a little bit so you can see it. There you can. This is our roll-away rack, and it just simply rolls up. So I use it to extend my counter space. So like right now, I'm doing all of this prep that normally I cool things on the counter behind me, but that doesn't really work well for alive. So I just put the cooling rack out and then set my cooling rack for the muffins on top of it, just like that. And then I also have out our trivet, not trivia, trivet. It's silicone and it conducts the heat so that you're not scorching your counter and that. And I have stone countertops. I'm not quite sure what kind. So I didn't want to take a chance. So we always put some kind of a silicone something down for it. So I also saw, it's not an epicure recipe, but I saw it online where you take just a regular spice cake and you add in only just a can of pumpkin and cook it that way. So you don't add anything else, just the pumpkin and the spice cake. And then that will make a perfectly moist cake for you. That's kind of like a Weight Watcher hack. So if you want to cut out the oil, you cut out the eggs. The pumpkin is very low in Weight Watcher points. So you're basically, it's actually used to be free. So you're just really having to spice out the, point out the spice cake. So I haven't tried it in the muffin maker. I just bought the spice cake yesterday. Once we eat the muffins that I'm making tonight, then maybe I'll give it a shot and then I'll post on the page so you can kind of see. And then I just bought a generic cream cheese frosting. I did find an epicure spice frosting, cream cheese frosting. So I'll post that into the group as well. So if you would like to get one of the gingerbread would be good also with the cream cheese frosting, a spiced cream cheese frosting. So there we go. There's 1 minute or 2.5 minutes. That one's done. And let me just pull these out and then just feel them. Yep, they feel good. We're going to put this other one in for 2.5 minutes. Okay. And you have to let these cool for 5 minutes. So I'm not going to pop them out of the pan. But as you can see, there they are. They're perfectly cooked. Nice and hot. How easy is that? So dessert in 15 minutes. You can't go wrong. Right? I know. It's just such an easy idea. So straight out of the, yeah. Well, we won't talk about the frosting that's open in the refrigerator that I've been taking spoonfuls out all this week, is why I had to buy another brand new one for tonight. Yeah, any kind of sweet frosting. I'm always into it, so that's kind of how it goes. So yeah, so now we have just another 1.5 minutes to go on the other pan of muffins, and then those will be ready. So you want to pop in tomorrow as you drive through? Sure. I have, let's see, I have a gingerbread. I'd share a gingerbread. I haven't made it, but if you want to try it, we can. So yeah, that's how it is. So there you are, dinner or dessert in 15 minutes or less. So go ahead and comment and tell me what you think. If you want to get the muffin pans, they are $22.95 in the Epicure catalog through Leslie's shopping link. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.